Hello everyone, it's me, NYSE Einstein from the Florida New York Stock Exchange. We are talking June 20th. Fascinating market, fascinating week, fascinating economy, fascinating world in every possible way. Stocks never disappoint. There is so much going on here. Geopolitically, geoeconomically, interest rates, North Korea, the industrials, General Electric, raising interest rates, the Russell hitting record highs, the S&P on the up, Dow a little bit down. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of moving parts, and I'm here to try and break it down for you inside Verstov, NYSE Einstein. Dig this. We were down 300 points yesterday on tariff wars and trade fears. We bounced off a big S&P support level, 2743 level, and the market rallied back. Even though we did close down 300, the Russell traded flat, spiders were off a little bit. So there was a couple of stocks that contributed. Those which got the most exposure to the international sector were down. At the end of the day, the tech sector was solid. We came back in this morning after down 300 yesterday. They'd really wanted to sell them over the feeling that they felt that this, if they felt that this was really, that everything was etched in stone yet, that the trade wars and the tariffs were already etched in stone, it was done, and not a negotiation, they would have sold them down a lot harder. So that didn't happen yesterday, and once again today, that did not follow through. We ended up bouncing back off those lows. We opened up about 90 points. Market felt strong, felt green, like a bit of a bounce from yesterday's lows. And then around 10:30, the market sold off rather hard. We went from up about 100 to down 50. That came off of some comments out of Portugal that Powell, the new Fed chairman, said that we may be a little more aggressive due to the economic data warranting it in raising interest rates. That spiked the yield, bond yield, and sold off stocks. That's the trigger. We sold off and it sort of lingered there for a little while. If you look at that, it didn't linger there for that long because there is a bid in this market. There are people who are buying this market. We have a big Russell rebalance coming up. The Russell is trading at record highs. Those are small and mid-cap stocks that have minimal, if not any, exposure to the international sector, the tariffs and trade wars with China. People are buying that. They're not overvalued. The market was down at some points today. Cat Tractor, Home Depot, some of the industrials, and McDonald's. But at the end of the day, the market rallied back rather strong. We ended up going back into positive territory at one point. The day was mostly all green. We ended up the Russell up 14 handles. That's a big deal. The S&P up 5. Transport's up 10 small. Dow off a little on those specific stocks that are price sensitive and really can weigh on the Dow. Big news of the day, which I don't think is that big news, is that GE was taken out of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the last original surviving member of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The stock has been under pressure for years. They have never diversified correctly, never allocated their funds correctly, and the stock has been a broken stock for decades. Trading in the 20s and 30s, broke that into the 18s. Some angel investors bought some stock at that level. Now we're at $13. More nostalgia than anything else to worry that this makes any significant change in anything at all. So at the end of the day, it's hump day. We did okay. The market's still at 24,650. The S&P is strong off its lows. The Russell at all-time highs. Gold off a little bit. Rebounding oil, that's a big thing. The oil number came out today, basically distillates and pushback on barrels and whatnot, flattened it out. It's been under pressure for a while. Big OPEC meeting tomorrow. That's going to be significant. What's going to happen? Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. Talking. We'll see what happens. As that goes, we have been at 72, back to 63.5 on the oil, rebounding now back up to the 66.5 level. That seems solid. All things are good. That's all I got to say. Don't overanalyze. Stick with me, NYSE Einstein, inside Verstov from the Florida New York Stock Exchange. I'll see you tomorrow.